McGraw-Hill Professional presents The Power of Thanks: How Social Recognition Empowers Employees and Creates a Best Place to Work. Written by Eric Mosley and Derek Irvine. Narrated by Kevin Young. Preface. The ideas in this book represent 15-plus years of creating better work environments. Our vision at Globoforce is to help build the best, most admired workplaces around the world, starting with our own. There are many strategies and books on how to accomplish this, and many of them have a lot of merit and value to today's business and HR leaders. Our approach is a bit different, as we believe that the foundation of a great workplace starts with the power of thanks and recognition. When employees feel appreciated, they not only work harder, they trust each other and their leaders more. It creates lasting bonds between employees that infuse this trust into all areas of the business. After all, people are people. Many become friends with their coworkers. Many have worked with their coworkers at previous companies. People work better and harder when they have a level of trust with their colleagues. Building a culture of recognition and positivity is the key ingredient needed for relationships to thrive and for trust to be possible. At Globoforce, our journey toward creating a culture of recognition started with our values. Our values drive every aspect of our work and our success. For us, imagination plus determination equals innovation. That innovation was the impetus for us looking at employee recognition in a new way, for recreating employee recognition for a modern workforce and making it a business imperative. We're fortunate to have many believers along that journey with us, our customers. Early in our company's history, we had many early adopters to the new vision of recognition. These companies, many of whom are included in this book, were true pioneers. They saw an opportunity to disrupt the thinking of what recognition meant and what it could mean for their business. And today, many of these same human resources or HR leaders are in higher, more prominent roles in their company because of their foresight and belief in the power of thanks and recognition. Our customers are executives, managers, and human resources professionals in organizations ranging from domestic manufacturing to globally distributed technology leaders. Across many industries and cultures, they all share the challenge of building and sustaining a winning workforce. You probably have that challenge too. To succeed, you need motivated, engaged, and energized employees who understand your mission and are focused on achieving it. You need to attract great employees in the first place, help people reach their fullest potential, and form innovative teams that produce results and retain the best, all while holding the line on your human capital budget. Above all, you need to unite a diverse and far-flung company of individuals in a culture of shared values and common purpose. These are not easy challenges to meet. Yet our customers do so every day, and along the way, they share their experiences, insights, and questions with us. Creating human capital solutions for businesses as different as nanotechnology, civil engineering, and hotel management has given us a unique understanding of how company culture drives performance and how direct, authentic human appreciation drives culture. Throughout the years, we have developed a system of practices and technologies we call social recognition, which we define in the first part of this book. Here's what you'll find in The Power of Thanks. You will learn how a positivity-dominated workplace creates and maintains competitive advantage. You will learn a data-driven, proven, and repeatable model for proactively managing culture. The model is built on foundations as well established as Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs and Peter Drucker's analysis of the relative power of culture and strategy, paired with innovations for today's workforce. You will find a roadmap for social recognition, enabling you to implement a program in a matter of weeks across a large enterprise, in many languages, and on any continent. You will find a complete discussion of social recognition's return on investment and models for determining its value in your company before you get started. Our HR customers have learned to prove the value of recognition to the C-suite in advance. Along the way, you'll hear from our customers, researchers, industry analysts, management gurus, and human capital experts, all sharing their wisdom as they strive to improve the most important part of any company, the people living its mission day by day. Why are we the people to tell you this? Globoforce reinvented employee recognition, which hadn't changed much since the gold watch days of our grandparents. We saw the opportunity to harness the power of thanks in a completely different way, not only because technology has changed, but also because of vast global changes in workforce management, including the increasing power and mobility of the world's most talented employees, the need to drive creativity, innovation, and accountability into every corner of the workplace, the eagerness of employees of all kinds to share common values and common empowerment in a fast-changing work environment, the realization that employee engagement is the key metric of effectiveness in human capital management, the worldwide adoption of mobile, social, and 24/7 communications, and pervasive software as a service, or SaaS, or SaaS, product design. And perhaps most exciting of all, we found the capacity of modern data analysis to unlock hidden insights. Recognizing patterns in something as simple and genuine as one person showing appreciation for another is a profound business advantage. Multiplied in a large organization by thousands of such moments and captured in advanced data models, the power of thanks has the ability not only to create motivation and good feeling, but also to uncover the hidden currents and networks of a company, the social architecture that defines an organization far more accurately than an organization chart. There is immense power when you unleash real human relationships within a company. At Globoforce, we are privileged to bring home the solutions we create for our customers, and our own social recognition practice is a key advantage for what was once a small company taking on the long-established competitors in our field. How are we doing on our vision? Globoforce was named as one of the 25 best places to work in the United States and one of the top 50 workplaces in all of Europe. We practice what we preach because we know it works. And it works for our customers too. A social recognition practice enabling both goodwill and great insight is more than theory. The proof of our practice is in the success of our customers, whose stories open each chapter. Many of them are on the lists of the best, most admired workplaces in the world. And for them, that great workplace starts with having a culture of recognition that empowers and energizes all employees. Many of our customers had different specific goals, but the common thread for all of them was wanting to build a better workplace for their employees, giving them an environment where they're more engaged and energized. All of them started their recognition journey by asking a lot of questions. We hope this book answers some of yours. Introduction. The Power of Thanks. There is incredible power in the word thanks. When people are thanked for a job well done, they feel a sense of purpose. They love their work. They are inspired to do even better. They have a tremendous sense of loyalty to their employer. And every day they come to work looking for new ways to do more to help the company surpass its goals. For modern businesses today, thanks is not only a new way to drive employee performance. Thanks is a unifying force that gets business results, inspires great workplaces, creates the right culture, and helps to secure, even create, a competitive advantage. A culture of recognition. Culture is the heart and soul of any organization. Culture drives competitive advantage. Culture is powerful, pervasive, and enduring. In a business world abundant with resources of technology, capital, management talent, and good ideas, culture makes the difference between excellence and mediocrity, between success and failure. Culture is also widely misunderstood, abused, and neglected. Some leaders who pride themselves in active management of areas like finance and technology treat culture management as a matter of displaying a wordy mission statement on the lobby wall. Others, aware that culture is critical to success, assume it requires little more than talking about company values at the annual sales meeting. And some leaders believe culture is the unmanageable magic that happens when you get the right people in the right seats and leave them alone. We at Globoforce are in the thanks business, using the power of thanks to proactively manage culture. Yes, manage it. Culture can be managed scientifically, with rigorous and authentic processes. An organization's culture can be learned, encouraged, ingrained, and applied to every business process in many forms and across all parts of the organization. Applied correctly, culture management, through proven practices we call social recognition, drive measurable improvements in operating margins, income, and customer satisfaction. Our customers know this is true. They've done it. Social recognition creates new value in the forms of goodwill, loyalty, employee engagement, and personal meaning. That value brings tangible benefits, such as greater profits, and also drives strategic objectives of a modern organization, such as corporate social responsibility. The technology supporting social recognition also serves as a diagnostic tool of organizational health. As we shall see, it identifies the hidden strengths and weaknesses of a company's operations at every level. Achieving true recognition success happens through a process we call the social recognition journey. Companies start out with small, intuitive steps, like publicly giving thanks for great performance. This tactical recognition is the most common form of recognition. The plaque on the cubicle wall, and a mention in the company monthly email. It's very basic, the equivalent of placing a like notice on a Facebook page. Most companies are familiar with this and practice it, though often as an afterthought. The next step in the recognition journey is enterprise recognition, which requires applying a bit more structure and resources to a recognition program across the entire organization. This is where many recognition programs include cash or other awards, and HR departments track the recognition program. Enterprise recognition means propagating best practices across the company, around the world, often to consolidate efforts enterprise-wide. It gives better results than tactical recognition because it's managed in a quantifiable and consistent way. And most organizations on the recognition journey stop there. Strategic recognition is a significant step forward because it aligns the entire program, from funding recognition awards to defined reasons for recognition to capturing the data that a program can provide to strategic goals. Strategic recognition is on a par with first-rate financial controls or just-in-time procurement policies. no longer a nice-to-have. It is the technology that enables a host of strategic goals, just as financial practices and technology know-how enable strategic goals. Social recognition is the mass mobilization of all employees that's pivotal to unleashing the full power of recognition. Using the benefit of new social technologies, social recognition gives employees a voice to say thanks, and say it often. It channels the positivity of thanks to continuously reinforce the values at the heart of company culture. Through many positive feedback moments, social recognition deepens the resolve of an organization to celebrate what's being done right, every day, everywhere. Social recognition also creates a paradigm shift from old-school thinking that believes gratitude and rewards only come from the top down. In social recognition, just as in social networks like TripAdvisor and Amazon's star ratings system, positive feedback and thanks are truly sourced from the wide crowd that is your employee base. When done with real employee enablement and genuineness, it is powerful stuff. Executive insight. I really focus on the values and the standards of the organization. What are the expected behaviors? How do we want to treat each other? How do we want to act? What do we want to do about transparency? How can we have a safe environment where we really know what's going on? Alan R. Mulally, former president and CEO of Ford Motor Company. At Globoforce, we've seen the business results of taking the recognition journey, and our customers show us the many ways social recognition improves performance. At JetBlue, social recognition supports the culture that leaders believe is their company's greatest competitive advantage in a very competitive business. At IHG, or Intercontinental Hotels Group, social recognition helps inspire global employees to become brand-hearted heroes, delivering great service day in, day out. At Intuit, social recognition enables simple human emotions like appreciation and gratitude to inspire above and beyond results. At Baker Hughes, HR and executives are using social recognition to motivate and retain far-flung workers who might otherwise be isolated, on an oil rig in the Gulf, for example. At Symantec, the software leader evolved its social recognition practice to better manage a culture of cultures, arising through many mergers. The Hershey Company enables 13,000 employees around the globe to recognize great performance anytime, anywhere, using a computer or a mobile app. Engineering and construction giant Bechtel is proud of being a very traditional company, but it has embraced data-driven, peer-to-peer social recognition from the construction site to the C-suite. At ConAgra Foods, social recognition is combined with demographic data to predict previously unknowable business risks like attrition. Tech company IM Flash uses the data from its social recognition program to measure company culture and connect it to business outcomes. Is it time to manage your culture? Every organization has a culture, whether it's the culture the leadership wants or the one that has come to exist through inertia and management neglect. Businesses are societies, and society and culture are inseparable. Managing your company's culture, acknowledging where it is today, and taking it where you want it to be, is critical to achieving your strategic objectives, as critical as managing your company's cash flow. The work of culture management through social recognition begins with understanding the true nature of a company's culture. When we evaluate the culture of our customers' workplaces, we ask, is your organization's culture deliberately managed or left to develop by accident? Is your culture aligned to and supportive of your company values? Does your culture contribute every day to your strategic goals or hinder them? Can every employee at any level describe the authentic culture of your company? Who feels they own your culture? HR or all employees? And most important, can you prove your answers to these questions are correct? This book serves as a guide for business leaders to harness the power of thanks and culture. Think of the hallmarks of your culture, your company values. These statements of desired behaviors and actions suggest and reinforce your culture. But how do you make your values real to every employee so employees apply them to everyday tasks? Social recognition, implemented correctly and strategically, is your most powerful way to manage, inspire, encourage, and measure the values you have chosen for your organization. In this book, we'll teach you how the practice of social recognition achieves these goals. We'll explain a 5-level progressive model of culture management. We'll build on foundations of management science, research, and our experience implementing recognition at leading corporations, including Intuit, JetBlue, IHG, Symantec, ConAgra Foods, and many more. The book is organized into 3 parts. Part 1. Understanding Organizational Culture. We will describe the behaviors found in an effective culture and how transactional factors among people such as appreciation, recognition, and respect benefit all employees individually and inspire the most productive attitudes and behaviors. Chapter 1. The Rise of Company Culture. This chapter explains how culture drives core values deep into an organization and why culture is the defining driver of today's business environment. Chapter 2. The People First Workplace. Why does appreciation matter to a company's bottom line? This chapter demonstrates how the power of thanks works with individual employees and across an organization to create, encourage, and manage a chosen culture. We'll show how and why recognition enables employees and organizations to reach their fullest potential, and we'll discuss the latest research confirming an old-fashioned idea, that happiness at work benefits organizations of all kinds. Chapter 3. Appreciation, Gratitude, and Employee Engagement. Management studies and social science create a progressive framework for understanding why giving and receiving appreciation is not only beneficial, but vital to a well-functioning organization. Many sources, from Maslow's famous hierarchy of psychological needs to McKinsey's research about employee engagement, suggest a model for moving culture forward. Part 2. Understanding Social Recognition. Social recognition is a set of practices to manage company culture. Before planning a social recognition program, everyone involved needs to understand how it works and where it is going in the coming decade. Chapter 4. Setting a Purpose and a Vision. Leadership means telling the world why a company exists, its purpose, and describing a vision for how that purpose will be achieved. Of course, this includes the strategy and tactics for delivering products and services to market. Critically, it also includes the way in which those results will be achieved, the underlying acceptable behaviors and environment to deliver on the business plan. In other words, the company's culture. Strategically implemented recognition moves people toward that vision, and it is achieved through a social architecture that enables individuals to contribute to that progress through their work. Chapter 5. The Evolution and Reinvention of Recognition. This chapter examines the breakthrough concepts that move recognition from a nice-to-have benefit to an invaluable practice fully integrated with global management systems. We'll share a model of how recognition progresses from individual moments of appreciation and thanks to an enterprise-wide and socially empowered practice. Chapter 6. Social, Mobile, and 24/7. Workforce habits and employee behavior are changing faster today than at any time in the past. The impact of online social behavior, mobile technology, and a cultural shift toward 24/7 connectivity is changing interaction across geographies, generations, and hierarchies. We'll show how recognition fits in this new work paradigm. Part 3. Putting social recognition into practice. Acknowledging culture's role in the workplace and social recognition's role in culture management, Part 3 is a blueprint for putting recognition into practice, following several essential principles. As part of implementing social recognition, Part 3 also describes the key business impacts of recognition beyond managing culture. Chapter 7. Building a Social Recognition Framework. This chapter outlines a step-by-step plan for implementing social recognition in your organization, with strategies and key practices that will improve your culture and results. Chapter 8. Driving ROI and Business Results. Any recognition program worthy of the name should deliver measurable return on investment. In addition to improving the bottom line, recognition advances key HR goals such as employment branding, becoming a great place for people to work, increasing employee engagement and energy, and boosting retention. Chapter 9. How Social Recognition Impacts HR. Social recognition's impact radiates outward to key executive concerns such as health and wellness, safety initiatives, change management, performance reviews, and predictive workforce analytics. We will show how to bolster each of these practices using the benefits of recognition, from the concrete, workforce analytics, to the ephemeral, employee goodwill. This book represents the best thinking from the best performing organizations on culture, employee engagement, and the simple human truths underlying successful management practices. We'll share their wisdom in the text and in special comments we call expert insights, along with cautionary observations from companies that ignored these truths at a great cost. The best practices presented here can help you and your organization leverage the power of thanks to create a culture of recognition that drives performance, profits, pride, and a best place to work. Who are you on the recognition journey? That's the first question we ask at the recognition workshops we run. Our customers typically have some understanding of recognition, but they are either disappointed with their programs or they sense most recognition practices are out of date. Before turning to Chapter 1, take a moment to consider where you are in the recognition journey. Are you a complete stranger? You've heard of recognition but have no idea how to go about it. Turn the page and read the book to the end before starting out on the journey. Are you an experienced traveler? You've had a recognition program in place but think it can be better. Ask if you see recognition as a strategic practice, as described in Part 2. Are you a time traveler? It's 2014, but you're practicing recognition as if it were 1974. If you see one more plaque or statuette or thumbs-up badge, you'll suspect you're in a Dilbert cartoon. Glance at Chapter 5 first, and imagine that your organization can fast forward to the present using social recognition. Are you a fast lane cruiser? You love technology, and you're looking to leverage innovations like social media to energize your workforce. Skim Chapter 6 first. You'll see how to harness tectonic movements in culture and communications. Are you an expedition leader? You're a leader in HR or strategy tasked with increasing engagement, energy, and alignment. Take a quick look at Chapter 8 and decide what strategic goals you want to bolster with recognition. Then dive in and share this book's message with the rest of your company's C-suite. Part 1.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?